Hello, everyone. My name is Jerome Revilla, Executive Assistant to Ken Foster of the MK Real Estate team. Today, I'm joined by Ken, a trusted real estate professional with years of experience helping buyers and sellers navigate the Houston market. He's here to share valuable insights for those planning to make a move in 2026. So, Ken, what's the single most important advice you'd give to buyers and another advice to sellers in 2026 to help them navigate today's real estate market with confidence?
Good question, Jerome. What Mons and I always tell buyers is start with your loan officer. And because find out how much mortgage you qualify for and what you're comfortable paying in a mortgage. After you know what you're comfortable paying in a mortgage, identify the area you want to live in. That way, then we can narrow a search down to the area you want to live in the price range where you can feel comfortable affording that property. And then we can get to work on finding you the property in the area you want to live in.
I see. And why did you give that advice? Is there a common mistake buyers do? That's why you gave it to
Oh,
them?
even my thought process always is that you want to know what your price range is, because if I can afford a $500,000 home, which is a very nice home, but I start off by looking at $1 million homes in a price that I can't afford. Well, after I look at a bunch of $1 million homes, the $500,000 homes just don't look as nice to me because I've been looking at $1 million homes. So just to help people out, don't look at the homes that you can't afford. Look at the homes that you can afford, and then we'll find the one that you like, and you'll make a very nice home out of it. We just want to get you in the area and in the price that you can afford.
Well, that makes sense because if they look at the price range that they cannot afford, they will be put on what they call comparison bias. And
That's
even they want to move out and it's on a lower price range but they can afford, they wouldn't really do a move at all.
correct. So I'm not looking at Ferraris if I can only afford a Volkswagen.
Well, definitely that's right. It makes sense. So I hope our buyers out there have learned something from it, especially if they're planning to make a move this year. How about for the sellers, Ken? What would be your advice for them?
Price for sellers is right now we're in a neutral market, great market, and my advice to sellers is always talk to your realtor, look at the numbers, price it properly for what the market is. Try not to get it in your head of what the market was 3 years ago. Look at the market today if you want to sell. Price it properly for what today's market is, and it will sell. Statistics show that if you price it above market, normally the seller ends up selling for below market, because what happens is it sits on the market for a long time. It gets stigmatized by people start wondering why it's been on the market so long. There must be something wrong with the house. It's been there too long. Nobody wants the house. And it's not. It's a beautiful house. It's a great home for somebody, but it's just overpriced on the market. So price it properly on the market and it will sell. Get the price right. We realtors, we will do the marketing and make sure it gets sold as quickly as possible within the time frame that you need it to be sold in.
That's great. So I just have a follow-up question with that. Can you tell me a story? Because people love stories of sellers who didn't price it right and what happened
Uh,
to them.
the sellers who don't price it right is they normally, when I work with them, I try to help them through it. But what happens is when your house is sat on the market for 4 or 5 months, you're not getting any traffic. You start questioning yourself on why I've paid 5 months of mortgage payments of interest, principal, taxes, and so what you're doing is you're basically start watching your profit from your home go down because you're putting all this money into upkeeping the house when it's on the market. What you want to do is you just want to price it properly and it will sell quickly. The market, if you're overpriced, the market tells you very quickly because you do not get the traffic that you should get. And on a weekly basis, whoever you're working with, and I hope you come and work with Monty and I, we give you weekly updates on what the traffic is and we guide you. We work very closely as a partnership with our sellers to make sure that it is priced right and that it is moved and that it will move so we're not just it's just not sitting on the market.
Wow. So basically, let's say if a seller is really hard-headed and persistent on insisting the price they want
Yes,
instead of listening to the right price, the markets they're telling them that it is the right one. But by doing that, by being hard-headed, I know as a seller, they want to maximize their profit, their gains. But
absolutely.
by doing that, their house sits longer on the market and they're still paying the mortgage monthly, which just drains those returns or gains that they are hoping to get from the sale.
That's absolutely correct. And it is just discouraging, emotionally draining for them, very difficult. Like I said, we work with the sellers. And yes, we work with a lot of people who want to price it up here when we feel it should be priced here. Ultimately, they own the home. I feel like they're the boss. I'm going to give them good professional information and advice, and we're going to work with them, and we will get the home sold. May take a little bit longer.
So, all right, for the sellers out there, always be careful, especially if you're planning to sell your home this year. Be careful of the price that you will be choosing because it's up to you whether you gain, it will be a gain or a loss.
We'll help you with good advice on what to price it at.
And that's what Ken and Monsi are here for. So, again, thank you, Ken, for sharing your expertise and guidance today. To all our viewers and listeners, we hope this helps you feel more confident about your real estate journey in 2026. For personalized advice or to explore your options, connect with the MK Real Estate team. We're here to elevate your real estate experience tailored to you. Have a good day and goodbye.